Good Wednesday morning, Utah. We're halfway through the work week, still keeping a close eye on all of our waterways. Still multiple warnings, watches, and advisories in place. A warning tells you that flooding is either occurring now or is expected. These still include the Bear River below the Woodruff Narrows, the Sevier River near Hatch, the South Fork of the Ogden River, and the newest warning is the Logan River near Logan. So, of course, keeping a close eye on that. We also have flood watches for the Little Bear River below Hiram Reservoir and the Weber River near Plain City. A flood watch tells you that flooding is a possibility, and flood advisories typically mean that either minor flooding is ongoing or we could see that waterway move into flood stage. Bear River near Corinne, Dolores and Colorado Rivers, the Green River near Jensen, and the Duchesne River near Ranlett. So we are still monitoring our ongoing flood concerns, and for most of our waterways, especially in central and northern Utah, they're running high, fast, cold, and they're still dangerous. But on the other side of the coin, our water levels are rising in our reservoirs and our lakes. Lake Powell over 30 feet rise since last month. That's definitely a good sign. And the Great Salt Lake is over 4.5 feet of rise since the historic low back in the fall. So we're moving in the right direction in that aspect. And if you're wondering how much snow we still have left to melt, with the snow water equivalent just over 6 inches, but a lot of that snowpack still concentrated in the central and northern portion of the state. So the flood concerns likely going to continue through at least in the next few weeks. In the meantime, for those of you getting ready to head outside, heading into work or school, not going to find many issues down in Cedar City. Beautiful sunrise currently underway there. And we also have a beautiful sunrise underway from Hiram Reservoir. I mean, look how stunning that is, especially with the sunlight right behind the mountains there. Temperatures are on the comfortable side of things this morning, mainly ranging in the 50s and 60s. It's a little chilly in Heber City, as we're currently sitting at 41, so you definitely want the sweater if you're in Heber City, but by the time we get into this afternoon, chances are you probably won't need it. But by this afternoon, we're going to see similar weather compared to what we saw yesterday, as the weather over the next several days will be following a similar script. We got an upper level low pressure to our west, a stalled out front just to our north, and these two combined will send energy our way, and that stalled out front will be the catalyst for showers and thunderstorms, especially from the afternoon into the evening hours. But we're waking up with a few small showers over in Grand County and over towards the West Desert as well. But the chance for wet weather will start to increase once we get into this afternoon. And like we saw yesterday in the northwestern corner of our area, there is a marginal risk for excessive rainfall. So thunderstorms will be capable of producing some heavy rainfall, which could result in some flooding concerns. So that's mainly for northwestern Utah, northeastern Nevada, and southeastern Idaho. Meanwhile, we also have a marginal risk for severe storms. A marginal risk is a level 1 out of 5. It means it's a small possibility, but it's a possibility nonetheless. But this marginal risk does include portions along the Wasatch Front and into Cache Valley, and that means that there's a small possibility we could see a few strong to severe storms capable of strong winds, small hail, heavy rain, and frequent lightning. For those of you in southern Utah today, your chance for wet weather is actually going to be pretty low. I still think that we could see a few isolated showers and storms in the high country down in southern Utah, but the emphasis for those showers and storms will generally be in the northern half of the state for today. And when it comes to the flash flood potential, it has gone down compared to what we've seen in recent days, but still a possibility if you're going to be heading to the swell. Now let's go ahead and begin the FutureCast at noon today, and by your lunch hour, we'll start to see those showers and thunderstorms begin to develop, and then as we get into the heart of the afternoon, into the early stretches of this evening, excuse me, we'll be looking at those spotty showers and thunderstorms. Not everybody finds wet weather, but if you're along and north of I-70, still a good chance that wet weather will find you. That chance will begin to go down as we lose the daytime heating into tonight. Maybe a few passing showers during the overnight. And then for our Thursday, we basically do it all over again with isolated showers and thunderstorms in northern Utah, with maybe a few showers down south, but the showers down south will mainly favor the high country. As for today, those daytime highs mainly going to be ranging in the 70s and 80s once again as we get to the low to mid 80s along the Wasatch Front. The Wasatch back, we'll see daytime highs mainly in the 70s as Roosevelt gets to 78 degrees. Then down in the central portion of the state, 87 for Green River, 73 for Fairview, 75 for Nephi. Then down in southern Utah, 69 for Bryce Canyon, 84 for Lake Powell, and 71 degrees for Monticello. In St. George, the main story over the next couple of days will be the strong winds out of the southwest. So it will be a little bit breezy across the southwest desert with daytime highs upper 80s and low 90s. Overnight lows close to 60, and very similar weather into and through the Memorial Day weekend. Then along the Wasatch Front, isolated showers and thunderstorms today, tomorrow, and into Friday. Not everybody finds wet weather, but that chance will be there each of the days. Daytime highs low to mid 80s, slight chance over the weekend. Then we bring back that isolated potential as we go into Memorial Day and early next week.